Drone market leader DJI has culled more than a third of its North American workforce. But why? Let's have a look. Hi, I'm Ash from DroningON, and if you enjoy this kind of breaking news content, then please hit that subscribe button below. Anyway, we read unfortunately today about the sad news that DJI has culled about a third of its North American workforce over the last 6 months or so. News agency Reuters is reporting this information, having spoken to several key executives and senior figures in DJI past and present. As a massive DJI fan and you guys being consumers, I'm sure this may be quite worrying, but let's have a look at why. Without question, over the last 10 years, DJI has become so incredibly successful in the USA, leading the market and certainly raising a number of competitors who have tried and failed to even get close to the range and diversity of drones and models that they offer the market. However, they have come under fire by the recent trade embargoes by the US Commerce Department, who have added them to certain block lists, preventing certain Chinese companies from trading, and this has had a massive impact on companies such as Xiaomi and Alibaba, of course also for DJI. The information that Reuters are now reporting is, as I said, from senior key executives who currently work for the company as well as those who no longer work for the company. They've stated that the North American operations have been closed down dramatically. Put together suggests that over 60 employees are no longer working for DJI in North America. That includes the offices in Palo Alto, New York and Burbank, which is very, very worrying to hear. It equates to approximately a third of their previously 200-strong workforce in the USA. In addition to this, just last month, their head of R&D resigned in the USA as well, and following that, DJI chose to cull around 10 of the R&D team as well. In response to all of this, DJI have stated that their evolving needs have driven these sad decisions and that they thank their employees for their contributions over their time working for DJI. They also stated that North American sales are very strong, and they reiterated that their consumer and enterprise customers understand how DJI does protect their data integrity. Of course, this comment relates to claims that DJI were not looking after and safeguarding the data of American citizens when they were using their products. Almost all of these claims were proven and demonstrated to be bogus by third-party analysts. But the departures didn't stop there, unfortunately, because late last year, Romeo Dersher, the head of their public safety, also left DJI. He claimed that he left because of largely internal tensions between the American and Chinese entities. He joined DJI in 2014 and has been instrumental in the product evolution, and therefore it is really sad to see so many key elements leaving DJI. So what next, and what is really driving this? Now, are the Chinese being greedy? Because clearly American resource is not cheap, certainly when compared to Chinese resource. Removing their R&D, their management, marketing and PR entities in America will save them a significant amount of money, which boosts their profit margin, of course. That means more money for the Chinese company and less political tension internally as well. DJI already manufacture all of their drones in China, and so therefore there is no challenge in terms of closing down the US operations for them. It is also that manufacturing edge which gives them the lead over competition, because manufacturing the USA is not cheap. In addition, DJI really don't have any competition at the moment. There is no other drone manufacturer out there that produces a range or variety of drones to meet everybody, with the feature set, the capabilities, or the reliability factor. Will this affect consumers? Well, the supply chain to the USA in terms of sales, repairs, and spare parts might be a challenge, but they will get there eventually. It might just take a little bit longer to ship. There could also be some tax implications as well because of this trade embargo element, but this does still feel very wrong, because DJI as a market leader need a strong presence in the USA. After all, it is a big market for them. To cull so many staff and influential elements of DJI is to limit their own capabilities. It will also damage their reputation when they're trying to sell to the rest of the world, because countries aren't going to be willing to invest in DJI if they fear that DJI will pull out at any time. No doubt over the coming months we'll see if and how this might or might not affect DJI. But in the meantime, comment below with your thoughts regarding this news. A link to the article is in the video description as well. Give the video a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you're glad to see DJI out of the USA. And of course, hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching.